Billionaires are
Billionaires are good.
What's up, billionaires? Welcome to Billionaires Are Good.
Dude, that's all our listeners.
They're
If you're
all
listening to this.
That's right. Not only do we have 2,700 listeners every week,
And only that.
and they're only billionaires, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth Holmes used to listen, Kanye used to listen, and then they're out because they don't get it anymore. They don't understand. Those fucking poor loser pieces of shit. Hey,
Right.
what's up? We're happy that you're here with us. I'm Dave Ross.
I'm Caleb Synan, and I'm a billionaire.
Yeah, and we're all billionaires. Get ready to lay down. The show's a big lay down for your brain. Our website's billionairesaregood.com. We're on YouTube and all the places, and there's links to all that on the website. And we are at Billionaires Are Good on Instagram and at Billionaires Pod on X. And just follow us and join us if you want to rename stuff with us. If you want more of us, patreon.com/billionairesaregood. That's all our shit. Oh, also buy stuff, shop.billionairesaregood.com.
Yes, that would be. We got some good stuff in the shop, man. It's a good year. It's a good year to buy
dude.
stuff.
A shirt that says "Don't jack off." No one's ever made that before, ever. We're the.
No, they haven't.
But all that said, all that stupid business bullshit said, who gives a fuck about the internet? You know what I mean? We're especially happy that you're here because we took a week off last week, and we did it because, well, partially because of the fire. Los Angeles burned. I should laugh. It's so bad, and I'm not even there, but like
I don't appreciate the laughing, David. 3 of my houses burned down. I had my beach house burned. My penthouse burned.
Well, so this is the problem, right? Is that like I think so I lived there for over 20 years. I have so many friends there. And
did you start the fire, Dave?
Of course I did. Of course I was mad. I was really mad at my 23 years of life there. Because I never got on Adam Devine's House Party when that was a TV show, and I showcased twice.
I wanted to be on that show so bad, dude.
Dude, me too, man. But yeah, like obviously seeing the fire, I was like, this is horrible, and I was reaching out to people to make sure they were okay. But I think that I think that we all in the world who aren't in LA, without meaning to, think of Los Angeles as this like untouchable, perfect place, even if you're a person who hates it, because the entertainment industry is there, the weather's always nice, the beach, there's all kinds of rich people. It took me, and I'd been there for over 2 decades, it took me like a few days after the fire to realize what a humanitarian crisis this is. And I think the world just doesn't fucking know. And it's because of what you were just talking about. I think people were like, oh, okay, Mr. Billionaire lost his 5th house. Oh, boo-hoo. Right. And it's like, that's not really the case. I mean, that has happened, but there's more to it than
and
that.
it's like there's people who like and it's so interesting because if if you're a billionaire and you have like your kids, there could still be like it's not the kids' fault.
Yeah, it still sucks.
But then people will be like on Instagram, they'll go, "It's not all rich people's houses getting burned down, okay? So you can feel bad." And it's just like, but even then, they're like, they go, "All right,
implying that rich people's houses burning down is not bad.
That's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine."
Right.
And it's like we still have to breathe in the air. It's still,
there's ash everywhere. Also,
jobs.
Let's say you're such a like bleeding heart, pained socialist that you think that a rich person being hurt is like good for the world in every single case. Right. Let's say hypothetically, you're still like those people. Literally, their homes employ at least one person, and in many cases, multiple. And like a lot of the infrastructure of Los Angeles is all of the working class people either around or in the entertainment industry that keep it functioning and make and like work those people's lives. And so lots and lots of people are now out of work, on top of people being out of homes, and the air quality, the ash, the dust, and also I'm so fucking tired of people not acknowledging the mental health distress that comes from a crisis. It's clearly
Yeah.
it's clearly fucked up and horrible for everybody. And also, like, you just remove, even if you were to remove the Palisades from it, we were talking about it on the Patreon a couple weeks ago, how like there is a thing where like, and my heart goes out to anyone who loses anything, even just memories. Like, I get it. I get that that hurts. And I was watching the news, and there were these like teenagers and young adults in the Palisades being like, yeah, you know, like that was like my family and I, we went to that restaurant all the time, and those memories are just gone. And that does suck. But I do think in the grand scheme of things, someone needs to tell them, like, just talk about the property you lost. Because, like...
Yeah, it's not eternal sunshine. They didn't extract the memories from it.
And
like,
when you're
I
comparing
get
it
but-
against, like, a lot of people losing their homes and now they're fucked financially forever,
Yeah.
like, don't make it about your memories, please.
Right. No, I know. Well, people don't know. It's like, it's just so much at once. And
Yeah.
it's, you know... Things burned like the Palisade. Like it's so insane to see pictures where it's like
crazy.
99 houses in a row are burned, and then there's just one inexplicably not burned. And that person, they'll be on the news and they'll be like, "Oh, are you happy your house didn't get burned?" And they're like, "Yeah, I can't live here. The grocery store's gone. Everything's gone. Like it's just a useless house in the middle of a burnt."
I just
like-
want to imagine like a smash cut to that guy on his front porch just going, "Yes, we did it!" Like he's just actually a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's also like, obviously that's all very bad, but let's say you just, you know, you're like, fuck the Palisades. The Eaton fire, like, dude,
Yeah.
that was my favorite hike in LA. And
Yeah.
it's like north of Altadena. And sure, there's a bunch of rich people around there, but there's also a bunch of not rich people around there. Like it's a very regular part of LA.
Yeah.
And then, you know, and then there's just fire fucking everywhere, dude. It's like there's fire fucking everywhere. You're terrified.
Also, if people think like when they're just admitting like with what they're saying, when they're like, "Oh, rich people's houses deserve to be burned
Dude.
all day long." So if you really think that, and you're not burning down rich people's houses, then you're just a coward. Like,
Yeah.
What? Like it makes no sense. It's like, dude. Also, last week, it was like they kept having false alarms. They would ping. Everyone's phone would have that crazy loud Amber Alert noise
Oh, really?
for fire evacuation. And they had two within 2 days that were false alarms. One was at 4 a.m. So at 4 a.m, all the phones in LA
Whoa.
like piercing go off.
You know,
and
I
it was
did
a
that.
false alarm.
I actually
Thanks,
did that.
Dave.
Yeah, sorry. They gave me the keys to the phone thing. And it was because it's like the you remember how like for a long time one comedian a day got to take over Tig's Twitter. It's like that.
Yes.
So they let me do the false alarm. Anyway, sorry about that. Go ahead.
It's just so insane to be like, I don't know, like people thinking that if it's a rich person's house, there could be, you know, people working in that. There could be a guy gardening in that house that just dies.
Dude, there's
And
a million
they're
reasons
just
why
fine with that.
you should feel bad for people when their house burns
Right.
down. Like, are you kidding? And I feel this. It is akin to the CEO that just got murdered, and
Right.
it's similar in that it's like it is nice that we are seeing people being like, "Fuck these rich people." The people with lots and lots of money who aren't trying to share the wealth are hurting the world. I believe that. But it's different in the way that United Healthcare was like actually murdering people like all the
Yeah.
time. And I think that probably a lot of rich people are. But even then, I would say, why can't both of these phenomena exist? Why can't, on the one hand, you be like, you know what? Actually, I think it's probably good for the world that there are people out there checking rich people and making them maybe not kill people by not giving them health care. And simultaneously, murder is bad, and I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, murder is bad. Murder's bad.
Murder's bad has got to be the most simple sentence.
Yeah.
And like you just said about burning houses down, it's like, okay, I think this all the time. Like, I I have really mixed feelings about the United Healthcare CEO because I legitimately am like, dude, these people need to fucking know. They need to know that they should not be allowed to fucking kill us. Abso-fucking-lutely. But I'm not going to kill them. And it's because I don't murder. And
Yeah.
I feel like in order for me to do that, a revolution will have had to have started that I am not the type of person to start. So if you're out here tweeting and shit that you're like, we should kill them all. It's like, well, you should start a revolution or you should shut up is kind of what I think. You're kind of full of shit,
Yes.
I think.
Yes. Everyone's full of shit. I remember during the Black Lives Matter protests during COVID, someone was trying to throw a rock at a cop, but they sucked at throwing rocks, and it whizzed by my head, got nowhere near the cop. So in my head, I'm like, okay, dipshit. But that's the way I feel about the thing. It's like if we're just killing CEOs, I'm sure I look like a couple of them. Maybe you're a terrible aim. Like
Right.
that's not a sustainable. Has that ever worked? I don't think that's how Canada got free healthcare. Well, they shot a bunch of CEOs. There's got to be a different.
I mean, yeah,
method.
I don't know. But then I'm also conflicted because I don't know if I agree with that. Everything we've ever tried has not fucking worked, and clearly, like every politician in office doesn't give a fuck
Right.
at all, except for Bernie Sanders and AOC. But he's old and she's annoying, so like it doesn't seem like.
We should have a newspaper. I would love to see that as the title. It like spirals towards the screen. He's old
Yeah.
and she's annoying. Landslide.
Pro-murder annoying woman gets elected again. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know, though. I do get it, and I feel like there are lots of people. I think that there are a lot of... I guess what I'm saying is, like, I just think everyone who doesn't know who they are needs to shut the fuck up about all of this stuff. And if you have a cogent thought and a full brain, then you should be allowed to be like, it's good that guy was killed or not. But man, if you're 25 and you're like, why did I kill them all? It's like, buddy, the very next thing you're going to do is jerk off 4 times. Shut up. You're a small boy and you don't know what you're talking about, and you speak in extremes, and you say that everyone who's ever said anything racist should have their head chopped off. It's like, that's why.
Well, it's also, it blew my mind with the healthcare guy because everybody's like Luigi, you know, and I'm like, this dude was fucked up. Like everyone was worried
he was
about
fucking
him.
Italian.
I know, and no one talks about it.
No one talks about how Italian he was. Yeah.
Chronically, you know, and his family didn't like it. But people always go like, if your best friend made no contact for 6 months, and then the next time you heard from them is when they murdered someone and then went to jail, you'd be like, damn, you know, like if that had happened to you, and everybody was like, Dave Ross, I go, I lost my friend because of this. He lost his mind and he killed somebody. That now, Now the podcast is going to be really hard to record. He's going to be in jail. That sucks, you know?
This is a tough thing, dude. For people like you and me who think that this shit like all needs to change but don't think people should be killing people, I do think like what do we do? And I think that's the other side of the argument. But I also think that anyone with a sound mind doesn't think you should murder. It's just
I don't think you should murder.
Murder's bad.
I think that people... I know it sucks and it's a shitty job or whatever and it ruins your life and all that, but I'm not going to do it. But I think that more people should run for stuff that aren't evil.
No, you're right.
You know?
We should all get involved in local elections.
If you're a relatable, halfway decent, smart person with good ideas, you know, run for something. It's just, it kills me when you look at the options and you're just like, geez, this is...
well, but the problem, too, is that people, human beings, including you and me and everyone listening to this podcast, are very easily manipulated. It's like not a characteristic of a stupid person that you can be manipulated by someone who is a good writer or a good public speaker. And so now there's like a lot of, and also a lot of people are dumb, and you combine those two things, and there's people that are just
Almost
like,
all,
just
dude.
like Altadena burned down because of a gay woman. It's like, God, shut up. Oh God.
Oh man. You know what it was? It's that Marky Mark wasn't there. If Marky Mark,
yes, if I was in that fire, dude, would have gone a little different. If my kids and I were in the middle of that fire, if I was in that fire with all my children, we would have put it out with our spit, our Boston spit. Yeah, we would have thrown a bunch of Wahlburgers on that fire, had a real nice meal. Dude. Yeah, the gay fire chief is so... take me back to a simpler time when these motherfuckers were mad that there's an Asian girl in Star Wars 8.
Right. Lady Ghostbusters. Remember that? That was a year.
Ghostbusters.
That was a year straight.
Dude, you know what we should have done? We should have... I can't even believe I didn't think of this at the time. You and I should have freaked out that there was a kid Ghostbusters. Like all of a sudden they're kids now? Oh, so everyone has to be a fucking kid, huh? I'm not a kid.
Honestly, I will march. I think I'm sick of these child actors, man. They ruin movies. They're not good. It's hard to act. Kids aren't good at it. And they're taking our jobs. I think high schoolers should be played by adults. There should be no movies about anyone younger than high school age.
That way I don't feel weird when they're hot. You know what I mean? Sorry, is that an obvious joke? I hope so. God,
well, I remember being a high schooler, and I grew up watching, 80s and 90s movies about high schools, and I remember being like, yes, hell yeah, they're all hot. And then when you get to high school, you're like, shit. And then you realize, oh, those were 30-year-olds playing high school students.
Right.
And actual high school students look like shit. They're pimply. Yeah. They look like little baby deer. And,
huge
I
glasses.
think we should go back. Yeah, big glasses.
Big glasses, dumb hair. Man, I looked like a fucking idiot when I was in high school. And it was cool as shit. Everybody knows that about me in high school.
But I think if you have a child if you have written a movie where there's a role for a child, it should either be animated, and I don't care if the rest is live action. Animate a kid. It's better than watching kids act because they're all bad at it.
I think all underage girls should be animated, and all underage boys should be played by Ernest Borgnine. That's what I think. Or like Burgess Meredith. I guess he's dead. Who's like a really old guy now? Who's old as fuck? Al Pacino should have to play every little boy. Dude. Yeah.
Hello.
I'm
Tom Sawyer.
I'm gonna shit my pants. My diaper's full.
Tom Sawyer starring Al Pacino, current age.
Tom Sawyer played by Al Pacino, Huckleberry Finn played by Robert De Niro. Oh man,
yeah, dude, that's the world I want.
Yeah, let's go hang down by the river.
When did he start? Because if you watch The Godfather, it's so jarring because the whole time he's like,
he's very quiet.
My father. I love my father. And you're just like, who is this?
Yeah.
When did it start? When did Al Pacino, was it just someone on set that was like,
that event.
Speak up?
Godfather 1. What's his name? Who plays the fucking main Godfather in part 1? What's his name? The older actor back then.
Marlon Brando.
Yeah, Marlon Brando's sitting in the chair, and Al Pacino walks in, and he's like, Daddy, I'm here. I'm back from the war. Just sit down, son. I want to talk to you. What's on your mind? Come on, give it to me. What's on your mind? I just rewatched Heat. Pick it up.
Dude.
Let's go. I got to be sharp. I got to be smart. Great ass. She's got a. And you know what's funny is that in the scene he goes to say big, and you can see in his lip movements he goes, "She's got a great ass." It's like, wow,
You got your head
all the way up it.
And he grabs his tie. Dude, what are you doing?
And it's Hank Azaria. That's what's so funny too. He's just like screaming at Hank Dude, the 90s were wild, man. I love that Michael Mann clearly never got over how much people liked Heat. Like, I don't think that when he made Heat, because Michael Mann and Steven Soderbergh, right? They're the two of them. They're like, I make a movie every year. It's about five guys talking in 3 rooms, every single one, and people like it. It makes like the absolute median amount of millions of dollars a movie can make, and I have a career. And so I don't think that Michael Mann knew that Heat was going to become a phenomenon, and it like stuck with him clearly. And you saw that a year or two ago, he put out Heat 2 as a book.
Unbelievable.
Like, bro, you got to like move on.
Yeah, make something else.
Don't write a book,
else, man.
Has
that ever happened? Why are we having a book sequel to a movie? It's like
one time, Goonies 2 was a video game.
Okay.
And, yeah.
I'm fine with that.
For NES. Right. 2 kids things.
Yeah.
But, man, why stop at book, you know? Heat 3, it could be yogurt.
It's just an app.
It's a
the
type
Heat
of,
3 app.
Yeah, totally. And it just tells you whether or not you have a great ass.
It's a Ben & Jerry's flavor. You're
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Oh, damn, I was really hoping for a movie. But...
Oh man, Heat. What would be in the Heat 3 Ben and Jerry's? That's funny. Just like little guns, little tiny guns, and like teeth.
Guns and teeth. What else do you need?
Guns and teeth.
I'll tell you this, man. So I went and saw Nosferatu. Me and Jenny went and saw
don't
it.
spoil it. I'm excited to see it, but yeah, tell me your thoughts on it. But no spoilers.
I won't
please.
spoil it. It's the Dracula story, Dave. So that's the only spoiler. It's Dracula, and
wasn't that
it's
always
Dracula?
What it is?
Yeah, but there's no way to really spoil it. You know, the guy knocks on the door, Dracula answers, and he's like, "Hello, I am Dracula," and you're just like, he's doing the voice. Oh shit! Welcome to my castle, where the door closes for fucking 3 minutes. We set the tone, fucking Robert Eggers. Elevated horror is slow as fuck in Transylvania. Fuck that. Fuck all that shit.
Damn, I am
of
gonna
it.
hate. I'm gonna hate it. You're right. I'm gonna fucking. And I love horror now.
God.
Allie has turned me into
Yeah,
a
me
horror
too.
guy.
Me too,
I
dude.
love horror. I've always liked the atmospheric shit, and I also just love a dark, well shot movie. It's why I love Christopher Nolan so much. And so I was also Bill Skarsgård fucking kicks ass in The Crow, and that movie was not well reviewed, but I thought he kicked ass in The Crow. But the main thing I would say that detracts from something being atmospherically scary or dystopian is an over-the-top accent. Like, imagine if he was Italian. If Nosferatu was like a pizza guy. Hey, welcome to my castle. Come in. He should just speak like a regular person in a very intense way. Also, like add your own spin to this fucking.
I couldn't believe it, dude. I couldn't believe it.
Damn.
And it's boring. So it's boring, and he's doing that accent. He's really doing it, and I
really
can't
sexual?
imagine. Yeah, but not in a way that I like. Like this dude, I don't know what it is. All his movies have nudity that makes me feel like nauseous and asexual.
He loves
hate
like a dirty tit. That guy, or
a
dirty butt.
Yeah, and it's just there's something about him that I don't think I like this guy. I don't
really?
like what he does. Don't like his movies. I like The Northman more than the other two. So I thought, his movies are going to start having more things happening in them. Like in The Northman, things are every scene something's happening. Somebody's getting their head chopped off.
The Northman's
but
great.
Man, I did not.
Loves the Skarsgårds. This guy. Do they know each other? like from their
They
childhood or
must.
something. Yeah.
But I think I'm off the wagon.
Or is it just Bill? Is Bill Skarsgård the Northman?
I can't
or
even
is it
tell.
another
He's
Skarsgård?
unrecognizable in Nosferatu.
Right, of course.
Which I don't understand. Like, it's been 100 years. We're doing a new one. What should he look like? Just like the fucking old one. Bad accent. Like, what? You had 100 years, millions of dollars,
Yeah.
unlimited clout. You could have done whatever you wanted, and it's just, it was truly horrifically boring. I don't think I've ever been that bored during any horror movie.
Damn.
Just not for me.
Yeah, you know, I liked The Witch tonally, but I was like, wait, so the point of this is like, I do think it's interesting to say, like, there's a witch nearby and it's not really known exactly what it is, but creepy shit is happening. Like, I think conceptually that's interesting, but when it comes down to making a movie, then there's just not really a lot of things happening in the movie.
So this happened during this Christmas, right? I'm over, I'm hanging out with Ginny's family, right? And we're watching Christmas movies. We watch Home Alone 3 and 4 back to back, you know?
Whoa, I've never seen either of those.
Kids, 3 is okay. It's not great, but it's okay.
And
it's
Macaulay
a Home Alone
Culkin's
movie.
not in either?
Not in either.
Okay.
So in 3, they found a knockoff kid. It's not
Yeah.
quite Macaulay's level, but he's having fun. There's hijinks.
Okay.
Dude's getting hit in the balls.
Perfect.
Fun stuff.
Is Daniel Stern in it?
No Joe Pesci, no Daniel Stern.
Oh, okay. Weird.
So, but there's several people. I think there's 3 or 4. I think there's like 4 robbers in this one.
Yeah.
And it's pretty fun. 4 comes along, and 4, they bring back Joe Pesci's character, same stocking cap, same trench coat, but it's French Stewart.
No.
Who is
what?
Who's acting like, honestly, he's acting like it's a voice only role. Like he would be shocked if he knew a camera was on. The way he's contorting his face, it's unbelievable that he's trying to be Joe Pesci and he's not Joe Pesci. It makes no sense.
Holy shit.
And so I'm watching it, and Ginny's niece, who's 6, like 10 minutes in, she's like, I'm bored. And we're like, oh, I'd never heard her say that in my life, in any movie ever.
Yeah.
And I go, why? You know, I'm curious. And she goes, there's not enough activities. And I was like, oh, you're so right. Not enough shit is happening. Even kids understand. Shit needs to happen. We were just setting a mood for no reason. The mood is so that the thing that happens is cooler. It's not just moods.
This is just this is a generalization that I'm just not going to agree with. I like okay, like did you like Dunkirk? I feel like Dunkirk was almost exclusively mood. And
didn't care for Dunkirk.
Oh, really? I loved it, man. I thought it was great.
Clearly it's a high quality whatever that thing is, but not for me.
And
it was a lot of
That's right. You're goddamn right there were. Abso-fucking-lutely. You loved Brawl in Cell
Imagine
Block
writing
99.
that script.
Dude, at Brawl in Cell Block 99, which you loved, was honestly tone setting almost exclusively for like an hour. You don't think so? I mean, things happened. He went to jail.
There was a lot he was beating a lot of ass. He was going to jail. He was meeting villains. He was having a fall. Dealing with his temper and his wife being like, "What the hell?" And there was always something interesting going on in Cell Block Brawl. I
guess that's true. Cell Block Brawl and
that shit is awesome. I love that movie. Brawl in the prison.
99. Yeah, I still haven't watched Bone Tomahawk. I think I like.
Yeah, me neither.
I realized that I tried to watch it once and I fell asleep. It was too late, but I feel like that one's going to be great too. And I want to see Dragged Across Concrete too now.
Me too.
Apparently good. That guy is apparently a MAGA dipshit, but I like that movie a lot.
Hey, that's the thing that I think it's tough to, and it's such a smaller version. Like if you're a right winger, you got to at least go, well, they know how to make music in movies. You got to
good point.
admit that.
That's a good point.
And if you're a left winger, there's like what do you got? Clint Eastwood, Mel Gibson, the guy that made Brawl and Cell Block 99. There's not that many.
Right.
But the ones that are good are very good. They're very good at what they're doing.
Carrie Underwood is playing the inauguration. I think that's really funny. It's like, of course, you like Donald Trump. You sound like you love Donald Trump.
Is she going to play Think Before He Cheats? That'd be fun.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Man.
I would love to have just a split screen of that song, and then it's Trump's. Is Melania even going to go? I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't.
You know who's not going? Michelle Obama.
I wonder why. What could it be?
Barack is going, and so is Hillary, and so is Bill Clinton. Isn't that crazy?
I would love to be Obama, like coming in, hanging up his jacket. Michelle sitting there and like flicks the light on. How was the
inauguration?
How was that inauguration, Barack?
Did you sit in the rapist row again?
So you know that's going to be.
Fuck. Hey, let's talk about Tiger Woods, huh?
Oh, I love Tiger Woods.
This is
man,
a
what a
podcast
guy.
about billionaires, and we talk about a
Damn
different
right it is.
billionaire every week. And our billionaire this week is Tiger Woods. Unbeknownst to many, is a billionaire. He is the 2,314th richest person in the world.
That's right.
Current net worth at $1.3 billion at just 49 years old.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty
dude.
good.
He made $1.8 billion in his PGA career. He was certified a billionaire by Forbes 3 years ago, and when that happened, he became the second ever active athlete in history to become a billionaire after LeBron.
Whoa.
So, like, Magic Johnson is a billionaire, right? And so is Michael Jordan. And then like, Ronaldo and I think Messi are billionaires.
That makes sense.
But they were actually, maybe it's in America. Maybe that statistic is in America. Or maybe Messi's
Well, it's
not.
also got to be an inflation thing because I'm sure Jordan was a billionaire adjusted for inflation back then.
Right,
But,
right.
you know.
I just fucked that up. But anyway, second active athlete in history to become a billionaire after
Good
LeBron.
going.
I don't think Messi's a billionaire, but Ronaldo is, and then he doesn't play anymore. And the rest of them became billionaires after they retired, I believe. So that's
Right.
crazy. He plays fucking golf. And he became a billionaire.
I know. And you can't even, like, golf isn't even something you retire from. You play
Right.
golf when you're 80 years old.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So it's like he's going to be an active golfing billionaire for a long time.
Right.
That dude is, and he got that divorce, right? So it would have been double. So
So that's the
knows?
thing. In 2023, he was the richest athlete in the world, over every athlete, and he plays golf. I think we are sleeping on golf, and I know that golf is like a rich guy's sport, and it's not.
Yeah.
But it's just like not watched the way other sports are. It's really surprising that he's the one who became a billionaire. But hey, you know,
I'll tell you this. I had never golfed in my life until this most recent Christmas Eve. So like less than a month ago is the first time I ever golfed. Didn't know what to expect.
It's fun. I like it.
I was like, is this my thing? Is this is a thing for like senators and old guys, like clubs and Caddyshack? Is that even my vibe, you know? But turns out I get it 100%. 100% get it. It's very fun. It's very rewarding to hit that stupid ball in that stupid hole. It feels awesome. Like when you make when you make good contact and you just hit it and you hear that sound and it goes off. And man, I'm a little afraid because I was enjoying it. Within like 10 minutes, I'm wearing the golf glove. I'm like spinning my little club around. I'm talking crazy shit. Like I know what I'm doing. I don't know shit. And man, we should golf it up, buddy, because
I'm down.
Now that we're grown men and basketball hurts.
Yeah. Well, that's
everything
why.
hurts. Why not?
Right? That's why, and that's why people love it, I think. But also, it's like this weird thing where it's a sport because you're outdoors and it does take exerting yourself and you're like walking around. But at the same time, it's like a parlor game. It's like pool.
Right.
You have to think about like math and geometry and shit while you're trying to figure out how to get this ball in the fucking hole. It's cool.
I know, dude. And I'll tell you this: it was Christmas Eve. I didn't realize that when you're playing, there's people waiting to play the hole you're on. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's infuriating.
I'd never done it. So they're waiting and watching you and judging the shit out of how bad you are.
Of course.
Because I sucked at it. It's my first time doing it, so it's taken me a lot of hits. And I'm hitting a lot in water. I'm I suck. I really suck. But I didn't realize like you can hear a pin drop. Like I hit the ball and you just hear it go boop, and everyone knows that's that guy. He's one hole behind us. He's hitting it in the water every fucking time.
Damn.
Oh, it was still fun though. Still unbelievably fun.
Yeah. It makes sense because the people have to wait, but I don't know. There needs to be a little bit more of like an understanding that we all suck at golf, dude. I want to not feel bad
Right.
when I'm. You should go play a 3-par course sometime. It's really short. Everyone's poor and sucks. It's awesome. Everyone has
That's my bag.
shitty rented clubs and like a ball, like a thing of balls that they got from the place, and it costs like $20 for the day. And yeah, the everything's like dirty and broken and fucking rocks, dude. I love it. It's like punk rock golf.
Let's go, dude. I want to be a golf boy.
Right. I did a little bit of research for this episode. I have like some, not too much, but some facts I want to tell you. Richest person in the
Tiger
world,
facts.
still Elon Musk. Yeah, however, his net worth is now $431.4 billion.
That's pretty good.
It is an unbelievable amount of money. 100 years ago, the richest person in the world was John D. Rockefeller,
Right.
with $1.2 billion. And adjusted for inflation, that's $24 billion in 2018 U.S. dollars. So he is 15 times richer than Rockefeller was.
True.
Uh-huh.
But back then, this is what I've read, Rockefeller controlled a much larger percentage of the U.S. and global economy. So technically, it's less dollars, even when adjusted for inflation. But when you think about the amount of power and percentage of wealth he had compared to the total wealth of
That makes sense.
that they're like, but I don't know how to quantify that, and I don't know shit. So
I mean, how many trillions of dollars of wealth are there? Like, what is the percentage of the wealth that Elon has now? Do you know?
well, here's what I looked at this morning: is Elon? If the difference between Elon, who's number one, and Bezos, who's number two, is about number 10, who's like Steve Ballmer or somebody. So he has the 10th richest man worth of wealth gap between him and number 2. So it's just unfathomable how much.
I want to know what the percentage is, like what his slice of the pie is.
Ooh, I bet it's pretty. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know how much money is there. What
that's what I'm asking.
how much
I don't
of that
know.
is real?
Some amount of trillions. Also, if you're new to the podcast, you might not know that there are hundreds of people tied for last place on the billionaire list with a measly $1.0 billion of net worth. And today, I would like to highlight one of those absolute scumbag, idiot, poor losers. But and this one actually deserves to be dunked on by us because his name is Denis Frolov. He is Russian.
Bad name.
Bad name. And here's the thing. He runs a company called Astra Group, which is a software company based in Moscow. They make software called Astra Linux, which is an operating system. And they provide operating systems and other software to the Russian government and the companies that the government owns. And here's the thing that makes me think this guy absolutely deserves to be punched in the face and worse. His business has only grown since Russia invaded Ukraine because he's like made all of the software that they need during the war in Ukraine to the point where they're now banned from working in the West.
Oh, wow.
And so he's a billionaire for helping Russia fight Ukraine with computer programs. And I just don't think it would be possible for me to hate a person more.
Yeah, I mean, that's like cartoonishly evil.
Yeah. Me? Yeah. No, I make the plates and spoons for the Russian army. Yeah. I'm the one that makes them be able to eat. So, yeah, you're welcome.
Right. It's got to be just such a like it's hard to get in that space because if there was a complete 1-to-1 of war in our podcast, like if each new war doubled our income on Billionaires Are Good. You know, I just can't imagine hearing that war has been declared between France and Spain and being like sick.
Right.
Sick.
Well, we wouldn't feel that way. That's I
Right.
think the thing. And hey, maybe Denis Frolov doesn't feel good about the Ukrainian army, but he's like, I can't help it. But I really doubt it. I do think that, like, you know, if, let's say hypothetically, you know, our incoming president has said he's going to invade Canada and Greenland and, like, the Panama Canal and shit. Let's say that we take over Greenland and then our podcast explodes. I would not be happy that we invaded Greenland, but I wouldn't end the podcast. I'd be like, welcome. I mean, if you're here because you think Trump is good, fuck you. But I would keep doing the podcast.
Here's what I don't understand. I know that there's like pushback. I was reading about how some people in Greenland are like, we're not for sale. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But if you look at Greenland, it's a chunk of ice. It's a giant chunk of ice. People are living in like a little red hut. There's 50,000 of them. They live in Greenland.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, I get that it'd be different if you know, say if it was New York State. If that was Canadian or American, that's going to be a pretty big difference.
Right.
You know? But it's Greenland. Like, I
Isn't
get
it
it.
oil? I think he wants oil. I think there's oil up there. And same in Canada. That's why he wants Canada. He wants their fucking oil. And Greenland is owned by Denmark, isn't that? It's like a Commonwealth of Denmark or some shit like that. I mean, here's the thing. It's like, I mean, it's one of the reasons that you know that Trump is a fucking blowhard. Because, like, buddy, if you want Denmark, you can have Denmark. Basically,
that's what I don't understand. If Germany doesn't want Denmark, you know what I mean? It's right there.
You would just have to be the country that randomly invades Denmark, which would be fucking insane. It would be
I just don't understand. Like, if Greenland was all that great, wouldn't Denmark be doing something with it?
Aren't they? I think they're drilling for oil there. Isn't that the whole?
Are they? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I
But
didn't
who
look
gives
it up.
a shit about Denmark? They're never in the news. I never see Denmark doing anything. They don't have no rappers.
Well, that's
they
the
don't
thing
matter.
No Danish rappers. That's so funny.
None.
Yeah, you know why? Because they all, as the best Danish rapper sounds like this. Hey, they doing.
That sounds pretty good, Dave.
Every Danish rap song is called Boing Boing Boing, and and yeah, man. Oh yeah, you're the best rapper at Legoland. Congratulations, bro. That sounds good. You like that? Let's look up some Danish rap and play it on the next.
That's something I've 100% on. Is rap should barely. The only reason Drake skated through is because Toronto's like 10 miles from the border. It's an American thing. I don't like the British ones.
I don't like the British ones either. I like some. I've heard some French rap that I really liked.
I don't know.
Because it sounds
That's
beautiful.
tough.
It's like a beautiful sounding.
I could deal with some Mexican rap.
Yeah, that shit's cool.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe South American, but that is this hemisphere. Every other hemisphere needs to fuck off with that. That is
Yeah.
not your bag, dude. And if I could rap, I would love to do it. It seems cool, but I can't do it, and nobody from England can.
It's such a good point too. Like, just the way Spanish sounds in Mexico and South America is so much cooler sounding than Spanish in Spain.
I know. Dude, just imagine Cardi B. Like, if Cardi B has a song and half of it is a Mexican guy rapping, no problem. Sounds great. Sounds badass. Everybody's shaking their ass. But if it was a French guy, I mean, come on, dude. A German guy. Get out of here, dude.
Here I come.
An Italian? No.
Italian.
No one else.
Oh man.
A Russian. Come on, man.
A Russian rapper. I mean, I feel like
It's absolutely not.
oh man. Let's bang through some things that Tiger Woods owns before we move on and rename that motherfucker.
Yeah, dude.
He owns 2 homes on Jupiter Island, which I had to look it up. Jupiter Island
Island.
Yeah, it's a town in Florida just north of Palm Beach. So way less flashy than it sounds, dude. He owns a mansion and another home in Florida. He owns a high-end mini golf chain called Popstroke. He owns a tech company called TMRW Sports.
Popstroke sounds fishy to me.
Yeah, totally, dude. That's I mean, when I was younger, I'd do a pop stroke or two.
That sounds like it was translated from another language, like a strip club.
It might have been pop
Translated,
stroke. Yeah.
Welcome to Popstroke.
Like Shrek's cat. Yeah.
Sit and get horny. Enjoy.
Welcome to Sit and Get Horny. We have dinner and nothing else. He is a partner in a luxury real estate company called Nexus with a British billionaire named Joe Lewis and Justin Timberlake.
Oh, come on.
Isn't that funny?
JT's in there?
Tiger Woods and Justin Timberlake finally together as one.
Whoa. Okay.
He owns a company called TGR that is a live events production company and a charitable foundation and a golf course design company, which I love.
That's too many hats. That's too many things for one thing to be.
I agree. And now we're getting into the fun stuff. He owns he owns a restaurant named The Woods that's in like somewhere in Mexico
Of course.
in Jupiter Island and like one other place. So he owns a Gulfstream G550. He owns a private jet. He owns a 47-meter long yacht named Privacy.
Oh, come on, dude.
Isn't that so whack, dude? That's the worst name for a boat I've ever heard.
That's so ridiculous. You get out there, they literally go, doo, doo. I would appreciate some privacy.
Shut up. I'm out. I can't hear you. I'm on my boat. It's private.
You're landing your helicopter on the yacht.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sick of paparazzi, you know?
He bought for his then wife, his now ex-wife, he bought an 18.5-meter long dive boat named Solitude. And this guy like needs to just kind of be alone more. I think. Why is it so hard for him to find privacy and solitude? God damn, buddy. Boy. He owns a fucking McLaren. There's only 2,100 in the world. Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren edition. He bought one. And he bought, this is my favorite one. He bought a Porsche Carrera GT, which goes up to 330 kilometers per hour, right? He buys this car.
Okay.
He drives it once. It goes so fast immediately that he runs it off the road into the grass of his house and just took it back.
Tiger, no. That's like...
He crashed it and he took it. He's like, I don't want it.
Trying to impress the ladies.
I also think it's so funny
you want to see me drive off?
that you can do that. You like... I feel like if I were at the Porsche dealership, I'd be like, motherfucker, you're Tiger Woods. You bought it. Keep it, dude. I'm not going to take it back. What? Because you're definitely not coming back to buy another Porsche from me.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I get store credit? Can I get store credit for
Yeah,
this?
exactly. Totally. Yeah. No. I'm not going to buy another car, but I think I will buy like 30, 40,000 Porsche shirts. I just want people to think I drive a Porsche, but I'm scared. I'm a scaredy little boy. I'm scared of my Porsche. Can you imagine, dude? I'm scared. My Porsche scared me. Come on.
Oh, that's funny. There's nothing funnier than driving the most expensive car into a ditch the first second you get. That's
Totally.
just great.
He's gotten a lot of shit for being like a big dork, and it's totally right. It's also
Yeah.
like, fuck off, dude. You know what it is. You know what a Porsche is. It's just like I buy an AK-47 and I fire it, and I'm like, whoa, I felt too powerful. And then
Take this back to the AK store.
Do you have a little butter knife? Can I have a butter knife? Or like boxing gloves? I don't want to hurt anybody. I just wanted to feel cool.
So I take off in my new jetpack, right? It was too fast.
Fast, dude. I just want to go a couple feet off the ground, man. What if couldn't it shoot out soda instead of fire?
Tiger.
Yeah, I know. Little
Well, he's got to do something extreme. It's like, LeBron is like literally like flipping around, doing like 360 dunks and like doing all this crazy shit. It's like there's fire shooting out of the court and like there's all this music. But Tiger's day to day, it's like deadly quiet. It's just like, he's lining up there. It's got a 9-foot putt there.
Here we go.
That's all he gets is
And he gets it. 7 people are clapping.
So he gets it. He's like, I want to drive a car into a ditch. Like, give me something.
But then he can't even handle it. I love that, dude. I was thinking too, like it's really funny to me that these people who get really rich, they just tend to start companies and make things that are in their related fields. And I logically understand that, but wouldn't you want to I understand nothing better in this world than when Michael Jordan played baseball. Because I feel like when you get rich, you're like, fuck, I want to try other shit, man. Fuck it. Jeff Bezos trying to go to space. That's great. Tiger Woods starts a golf course design company. It's like, God, try some shit out, dude.
Baseball. Let's see Tiger play baseball, dude.
Let's see Tiger. I want to see Tiger on the defensive line of the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's what I want to see. Mm-hmm. I want to see him get just creamed by I don't know, whatever, a running back. I can't even. I couldn't think of a position in the offense on a football team.
Yeah, we're a couple of sports guys.
We're a sport. Yeah, you know what I mean. He's like, I want to get into high-a-lie, and he just fucking dies the first time he plays. All right, all right,
Tiger.
Absolutely,
we appreciate you, dude.
It's time
Have
for
fun.
this.
Uh-oh.
What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? He doesn't even know what it's called. What's it called?
That's right, folks. We are renaming Tiger Woods today.
Fun
pretty cool
stuff.
name, pretty badass. But what if it was more badass? Tiger Woods, that's a badass name, but we can turn it up. We can turn it up a notch.
I think so. Yeah, we rename something every week. We put it out on our Twitter at Billionaires Pod or on our Discord, and there's a link to our Discord on our website, billionairesaregood.com. And we collect the top 10 names, the top 10 best names for that week. And Caleb came up with this one. What if Tiger's name was even more badass? And that's tough. It's tough to do that, I would say.
It's tough because Tiger Woods, and you're also a golfer. You're kind of in the woods. You're using a wood sometimes.
Yeah.
Tiger. It's
My
just great.
suggestion was tank fuck. And
That's a pretty good suggestion.
Thank you. Thank you very much, man. Coming in at number 10 this week, Gritzy Ross on Discord with Banjo Kazoo, which is very
badass.
good. Yeah, that's right.
Kickasatron on Discord said Bobcat car wreck, which is very appropriate. He wrecks his car.
Carlstoon on Discord with Golf Lundgren. That one kicks ass.
Unbelievable.
I like that one a lot, dude.
Laundry Pants on Twitter said Michael B. Golfin.
Damn, that's funny.
Pretty good.
At Badwig on Twitter had Grass Panther. Damn it, that sounds like a slur of some kind. Wow.
I don't know who it is, though. Who's the Grass
me-
Panther?
Yeah. Totally. Who's around a lot of grass? It's people in Greenland.
Yeah,
that's,
all these Grass Panthers don't want to
okay.
sell their ice island to us.
Give me your oil, you Danish piece of shit.
Bolus Chuck on Discord said Buck Futter.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
At It Was Just Austin on Twitter, Cobra Blitz Stroke.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, that's fun.
Demurist on Discord said Crouching Tiger, Wooden Dragon.
Dude, that one's so funny. Hell yeah,
I
dude.
love that.
At Larry Bolello on Twitter had Fuck B Band Sports, American Millionaire. Hell yeah, dude.
And our Ricky shit, Ethan Lawrence on Discord with Dr. Balls.
Fun. Hell yeah, dude. Thank
Yeah,
y'all
dude.
so
What a
much for
week.
listening to our big, stupid show. We will be back next week, we promise. And every other week, unless there's a big fire again. And there will
That's
be
right.
in 1 year.
There's always going to be something, you know.
Yeah, totally. Man, by the way, real quick, I had someone up in my comments being like, oh, is it climate change if someone started the fire? And I just really quick want to say that I really like that people are saying that. I think that you are a fucking moron, and to such a degree that you're hilarious. I think it's so... Because also, I'll say this. I want to say, I'm going to bet that at least half of the fires were started by somebody. Because there's little rascals out there. And it's also always been that. It's been like a homeless guy passing out because he's been sleeping in the woods and he's smoking a cigarette. Or people just straight up camping. But you do know that climate change is what kept the fire going, right? Like, the climate doesn't start fire. Like, it doesn't. I mean, I guess it does, but some of the fires were, I don't know. I think people are just becoming, like, magnificently stupid lately.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
don't see why they all aren't like Charles Koch, who just go, it's real, it's happening,
I
we
don't
shouldn't
care."
do anything about it.
Dude, it's impressive.
Just do
man.
that. It's fine.
Or
People
Ben
will
Shapiro.
respect you.
Ben Shapiro's like, yes, I agree in climate change, but no one has ever come up with a good idea about it. And it's like, okay, well, we should, though, right? Well, but they
Nope.
haven't. Nope.
No.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Speaking of which, speaking of our
Oh, here we
favorite
go, dude.
man on Earth,
Our favorite man.
Beard update.
Ooh, it is still there.
The Ben Shapiro's beard update.
Man, tough year. Tough year.
entire 2024 with that beard on that man's face, I feel like, you know,
We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll keep you updated, though.
we will. Yeah, no, it's an important update, and we'll keep you right there on the front lines with us. Thank
right.
you all so much. If you want more from us, patreon.com/billionaires are good. We'll see you there, or we'll see you next week.
All right, lay it down.
Lay it down. Bye.
Billionaires are good.